Hello, chat. Should be live. Let me double check. Yeah. Sorry. How are we doing today, chat? As you can see, we are once again retolding. I am without my streaming buddies today. I think everyone's busy, so twice, twas just me today, which is fine. Hello, hi Mystic. How are we doing? Hello. Okay, one sec. I have to actually text my roommate let him know I'm streaming. Good to hear. Good to hear. All right, chat. We are once again doing some retold animating today. Let me get my ref and my storyboard quick. Be right back. You shouldn't close the tab, but make sure. Yeah, it's just me today, I think. I asked the stream buddies if they wanted to come, didn't get a response. Seems like everyone's busy today. That's okay. We carry on. Just know the reading of chat might be a bit rough because I can't multitask to save my life. So, let me just get set up here. Get my ref sheet. I don't know how long today's stream's gonna be. I have some work I have to do for my senior thesis, and I'd like to get that done sooner than later. Generally speaking, as I wrap up the semester, I feel like I've been saying this the entire time, but progress on Retold's gonna be a bit slow for a couple more weeks because I'm finishing up college, and I kind of want to give it my all on my senior thesis. Uh, so I've just been busy. But that's all right. I'm gonna get my hours in for today. We'll do that quick. So let me get started. You can see I don't have a lot ready for this stream. We don't, but that's fine because it's kind of a simple shot. We might actually finish the entire thing in one stream, depending on how long we go. I will say it's making me miss my stream buddies now, though, because usually I talk to them, and they help prevent dead air. But now I'm alone. So I'm actually gonna have to do work. I don't have my stream buddies here to carry me. Uh, so yeah, it's just gonna be you and me today, Chad. Sorry, no stream buddies, no balloons. I have chat open on my phone, by the way, if you guys are asking questions. So I can see you. So, better behave. But actually, before we start, I'm gonna go get some coffee quick. I will be right back, Chad. Coffee. Alright, get to work. I'm gonna make sure it's on. Yeah, we good. Alright. So how we doing today, chat? Anyone have a good weekend? Is the chat moving? I can't tell. Like, is my phone messing up? Okay, chat just slower. It's fine. It's fine, I get it. You guys want to talk to Skylar and Lenny and not me. I get it. They're not going to be here today, I don't think. I didn't get a response from them. So I think they're just not available today. Just fine. They're not obligated to come on stream. Um, yeah. Green Sands. What does that mean? What is with the Green Sands thing? I feel like I've seen that for a while now. I have no idea what it means. I don't really engage in the wider Undertale community. My drawing. This is scene 1, shot 12. This is Jessica's big old eyeball. You kind of see over here we've got the storyboard. So it's a shot of just her eye. I'm not sure how this is gonna work out yet. We're gonna try a couple things if I don't like how it works, but you know, we'll go from there. I will say, Chet, I am much more energized than the last time I streamed. I think I didn't notice your message. So we have another VA who voices two characters, Gaspar Hansport, aka Sylvie. One question about Sylvie is really good at doing a rage voice, you know, in GTS2 where Gaster does the war cry. I don't know. We haven't had any need for Gaster to be angry yet. I'm sure that, I mean, Sylvie's a very good voice actor, though. I'm sure any emotion I need him to portray, he could do it, if given enough practice. He's a very talented fellow. I've enjoyed working with him a lot. He's very, very professional. He's also a very smart lad. He's been on stream a couple of times, and he's very, very well read, I would say. Anybody been playing that new Tomodachi Life? Well, that's pretty fun. I've been playing the fuck out of that. That shit's so much fun. I didn't get it when the original game came out. I really didn't, because I didn't have it. And I saw like gameplay of it, and I was like, yeah, that kind of looks neat. But now that I've played it, oh my god, it's so much fun. It's ridiculous. You're playing it as you're watching. You don't have to feel cold. It's fun. It's like really ridiculously fun. It's absurd how much stuff you can make in that game. I found out. I'll have to post this later. Maybe I can grab the image. I have Betty on my island. Not retold Betty, normal Betty. Well, actually, I have retold Betty now as well. But I made Betty's house just a giant Akumu. It's really fun. I'm sure it feels like it's gonna be an Animal Crossing thing, and you give it like a couple weeks, I'll get burnt out on it. But right now, I'm really, really enjoying it, and that's all that matters. You just got your first couples you started watching. That's cute. I got my first one day one because I put two of my OCs on there who are in love. And I basically just spent that entire first day getting them to date and then get married for that first day. That was my prime objective, and I got it. So a winner is me. How this is gonna look once I rip it out. Speaking of the big Akulu, should there be a rematch for Van Divers Betty, both in their true form in GT Season 2? Mayhaps. I don't know. You'll have to see. Um, I'm going. I'm going. Well, I had a nice weekend. Stayed in the VC 2 hours in the VC. Was that the VC in the server? I saw that, guys. You guys were in that VC for like ever yesterday. It was absurd. I don't know how you guys do it. I get like I have like a 2 hour social battery, and then I'm done. My extent of a day is I can do 2 hours, and then I'm done talking to people. Just trying to think this out. Chat, one day I will find out. I keep telling myself I need to use Streamline. I just keep forgetting. I will eventually get a thing so we can have chat on the screen while I'm drawing. Just not this week. Skylar's also been yelling at me to get PNG tubers for I think 3 weeks now. So we'll probably get that first. Because I think if I don't, at some point Skylar's just gonna stab me. Which is fine. We love Skylar for her sudden bursts of rage. That's a joke. First time here, just passing through. Welcome for your 2 minutes? Question mark. Cannoli slug. I love cannoli. I don't like slugs though. I'm terrified of bugs, dude. But that's epic. Welcome to the stream. Uh, this is probably the worst stream you could have tuned into because I'm not streaming with anyone, whereas I usually have like some people here to talk to. But I'm just gonna talk to you guys now. This is hard. I really don't. I really like. I think underestimated how much Skylar, Linny, and Sylvie, how much they do for the stream. Because this is much harder than um, streaming with them. I guess I didn't realize how much they do. We have to, we have to start a schedule so that we can start streaming. Make sure this doesn't happen again with just you and me. One sec, my sister texted me. Yeah, I was kind of ill with sore throat, had nothing to do, so I just chilled and just put VC stuff. It was nice even if I didn't talk much. I don't think I talked much. Fair enough. The same kind of style I tried, but at the same time not. I don't know you mean English then. One question, will the Frankenstein book that he was reading be foreshadowing through the narrative? I think I've talked about this in the past, and I'm gonna answer your question by first sneezing. I'm gonna sneeze first, I think. Or not, thanks. I hate it when that happens. It's the worst thing that ever happens when you get so close to sneezing that your body just decides not to. Okay, so what I was going to say before I got like robbed of my sneeze, was that I around the time that I started writing my Let's Tell Rewrite, I had just read Frankenstein and I really enjoyed it. And I don't know if they still exist, but there's some early writing projects that I did for my rewrite that did use narrative elements of Frankenstein. This is a very contrived way to say yes. There is there is relevance to the idea that Betty was reading Frankenstein. I think more so than anything, like thematic elements that I'm hoping will be seen. I guess not seen, like felt, because I love Frankenstein, and reading Mary Shelley's Frankenstein was a huge inspiration for me at the time I was writing Retold. And generally speaking, Retold Betty. I hope that answered your question. Generally speaking though, yes, Frankenstein, big, big component in the wrong with that too. How's my day going? Fine. Um, this is the first day off I've had, like where I didn't have school or anything, or work in like a week. So I'm getting my stream done I'm getting my stream out of the way, and then did I delete? What is this? Oh, I didn't expand the frames. Getting my stream stuff done for the day, and then I gotta work on my senior thesis for college. Generally speaking, I've got like another week where I'm gonna be slammed with college work, and then I'm gonna be able to spend a lot more time on Retold, which is very exciting. I'm very happy that I'll finally get to be, I guess, in a place where like Retold can be my big focus for a while because I love Retold and I'm very excited. I'm very excited to be working on episode two. Um, I don't know if I've ever mentioned this. Originally, the plan was to wait until I was done with college. So technically speaking, everything I'm here doing here right now is me being ahead of schedule for what my original plan was. But after the huge response in episode one, I wanted to just get started with it. Granted, it's causing a problem where now I'm feeling bad because I don't have as much time to put as like I can't put as much time into it right now, because I'm busy with college and wrapping with that and getting ready to my for my post college life, which is very exciting, but also very very stressful. Other questions: do you have ideas, inspirations while redesigning Betty's design? Found Betty's original design of a fan and Kara, but with a skirt, in my opinion. Yeah, we're gonna talk about this in the making of video. That's still happening. I sent a draft to the team for them to look over because I was struggling with writing it. I'm struggling personally just to like figure out all the details that I think are interesting and worth talking about and like figuring out everything I should talk about. Um, what is this music, by the way? This is supposed to be a Donkey Kong playlist, but this sounds weirdly like Zelda. Anyways, um, Retold Betty's design was heavily inspired by Sissy SpaceX Carrie from the '76 film. There's an outfit that Carrie wears to school one day that's kind of got the same thing. It's a skirt, it's a blazer, with the shirt and the button up under that. That was the big inspiration for her looks, and then I added the freckles. I added the freckles because I could not believe that Sissy SpaceX did not have them already. So see, I know this song. This is the song. This is the song that plays when you're at that part of the game. You know that part of the game. This is a good song, though. I like this one. Don't keep coming for the week. She's too stressed out. This is not right. Yeah, that's right. I like that. It is a detail, Canoli, that a lot of people like that retold Betty has freckled cheeks. I will say I'm also a fan of the detail, hence why I added them. That being said, they are not very fun to animate. That's why like pretty early into it, she also takes off the badge because I was also getting annoyed animating the badge. That badge she wore to like signify monster what's the word I'm looking for? Alignment with the monsters. Yeah, she just wears it to that scene because I got so fucking tired of animating it. I should stop swearing. My bad. Whoops. You know I usually don't care about swearing, but usually that's because Skylar and um, Linear here making me angry. Doesn't feel right, does it? Let me do that. Yeah, yeah, that's not right. The question with different characters. The redesign of Jessica Gray, who's no longer like a copy paste. Oh, same question. Yeah, same. Same. Oh my God, let me. Same question for what was the inspirations for Jessica Gray's design? Um, what's the actor who played the mom in Hereditary? Has anyone ever seen Hereditary? Generally speaking, the point I'm trying to make is the mom in Hereditary, because she's going through it's a like a movie about grief, right? So her face is just it's very like sucked in, I'd say. There's a lot you can very clearly see her cheekbones and her laugh lines. So a big focus for me was putting some of that grief that the mom from Hereditary did have on to Jessica Gray. What you can discover, by the way, is that a lot of my inspirations are from horror media. That's because I love horror. What software do I use to animate? Adobe Animate, which is, for the record, not a great software. And if you're looking to become an animator, you should look anywhere else. It's not great, but it's the only one that I use. And I'm kind of a masochist for animation, so I kind of just suffer through it. And also, I can't afford to do. I was really mad though. Um, I found out that Toon Boom doesn't do permanent licenses anymore, and that made me angry. I was gonna buy one otherwise back when in February when they said Animate was getting shut down before they reversed that. It's okay not to swear. Don't quit swearing. I can keep swearing. I just don't want to. I feel bad. I've been trying to work on my sailor mouth because I have my I have three nephews, and I'm worried that I'm gonna keep if I swear all the time, I'll swear in front of my nephews. And I'm trying not to do that. Cannoli, for your next question, the question you just asked, all I'm gonna say is, you're gonna be excited for episode 2. All I'm gonna say. What is your favorite type of ship? What is my favorite? Wait, what is my favorite type? What do you mean type? Because when you say type of ship, I'm thinking boats. My favorite kind of boat, is a pontoon. I guess I like pontoons. I don't think that's what you were asking me, but you asked type of ship. Yeah, you guys ever been on a pontoon? They're great. That's too wide. Question: favorite ship? Like for what? For for like what? Undertale, Glitchtale? What? You have to be more specific, please. Favorite ship though? I don't know, man. Fatigue. Yes. Hello, Fatigue. Oh, it's great to see you, buddy. How you doing today? To answer your question, I guess, I guess, I don't know, man. I think Betty is cute. I've drawn Betty like once. I like Betty. I'm just gonna go with that because I don't really engage in ship culture much. No, that's wrong. I need to like think more with my brain. I gotta think more. I have to think with my brain hole. Yeah, I'm not thinking again. Stop. Okay, that's why I'm. See, that's why. See, I figured out why I'm dumb. I figured it out. I'm like, sorry, Chad. I'm really like, sorry. Um, I'm struggling so hard. I I can't believe how much like I rely on Linny and Skylar. I did not realize until now how hard this shit was to do without them. Honestly, I love rewriting art because artists express their creativity and share their own ideas. I kind of do the same too. Even if it's not always, yeah, even if it's not always has to be weird and bad. Like let's say to be this example depends on some. Um, yeah, I like rewrite culture generally. I think stories are always at their most interesting when they're being reinterpreted. That might be a hot take, but I mean, art's all about interpretation, right? Like, for example, the movie The Shining, I think your personal enjoyment of The Shining is kind of all about what you think The Shining's about. For example, I don't think my personal opinion is I don't think the hotel in The Shining is haunted. I think it's just a metaphor for Jack's mental breakdown. Um which might be a hot take, I don't know, but that's my opinion. And that's the point, right? Like art is about interpretation, so really I think the interpretation culture is very, very great, and I'm a big fan of it, generally speaking. It's also what I think makes Five Nights at Freddy's so interesting. Probably most. I think Five Nights at Freddy's is at its most enjoyable when you just take the pieces you like and tell your own story. Because I think whatever the canon narrative to Five Nights at Freddy's is boring bullshit. Um, so yeah, I don't know if that one might get me in trouble. I think people are gonna be. I might ruffle a couple. I might ruffle a couple feathers saying I don't like Five Nights at Freddy's. That's a joke. But anyways, yeah. Postmodernism has become aware of this like 4 decades ago. All stories have been told already. So there's no shame in recombining genre inspiration and self into one thing. I completely agree, Patik. I mean, like, I feel like there's a lot of stories where we don't really understand that they're based, like, how heavily they're based on something until we find out about something else. For example, I recently learned that one of my favorite games, The Last of Us, is heavily inspired by the Cormac McCarthy novel, The Road. And then I watched a video essay about The Road, and I totally saw it. If you're wondering what video essay, it was Wendigos, because I'm a basic bitch. Um, but no, and I loved that, and that was really really neat to me. Um, Similarly, like Halo was originally a metaphor for Noah's Ark. There's a lot of that in culture, and I think all of it's really cool. I think honestly, learning about the inspirations for art is almost as fascinating to me as the art itself. I love that stuff so much. Seeing like what led people to create things. Oh, you guys can see her refs. Okay, right. I was confused what you guys were talking about. Yeah, yeah, it is kind of funny. She gets her arms removed. Every character has to have their arms removed for about 5 minutes for me, and then we sew them back on. It's like Legos actually. We put them back in. We get everyone's arms in the final product. Yeah, it's a good idea actually. I think we're gonna make episode 2 completely armless. I changed my mind. Streaming without Lenny and Skylar is going well ever since Patik helped me. I just need Patik to be here so we can talk about art. So Patik, you better be showing up to every stream now, or else I want to be really angry because you're kind of carrying right now, and I appreciate that. Is there a lower reason Floyd just lost her arms? Is she stupid? Just fell off. Smoking. Yeah, smoking. I don't know if you guys knew that. There's a new study out saying smoking makes your arms fall off. It's pretty messed up. Question with Sans try coffee with ketchup. He probably would. I don't think it would be good, but he probably would. Um, that might be more of a Toby Fox question, though. I'm not the Toby Fox, contrary to popular belief, though. I'm really struggling with this, actually. I don't know why I'm struggling with this whole. I think it's because it's like such a close-up shot, so I'm being a lot more picky with details than I would be otherwise. That's fine. We can chill out here. Will we see Papyrus in the future episode after two? He's in the series. I can't not have Papyrus, but like he's not in episode two. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm legally obligated to say by government contract. See, the only like issue with streaming alone is that whenever I'm drawing, I can't watch you guys, which is why I try to have these longer conversations when I'm streaming alone. Because like right now, I'm just looking at my computer. I'm not looking at my phone, so I'm not reading chat. No, I look at chat. What do you think the HSS would do about the amalgamates? The amalgamates are gone, brother. They died in season one. I don't know. I feel like we've had this similar conversation on stream, but I guess if the amalgamates were still around, I have no idea. Probably would not be good. I can imagine that, but it probably would not be good for them. Although I guess the HSS themselves would not be able to do much. Like they'd have a problem with it, obviously, but they're not a government organization. They don't have that kind of authority. Quick, how much will this follow goes till? The first couple episodes are kind of like mostly my reinterpretation of the first couple episodes. I will say, I think starting at like episode 3 or 4, things really are gonna start being their own story. Obviously, I plot elements from the original series that I liked are still gonna be carried over, but I don't want it to be like this is just the same story but written a bit better. There are a lot of ideas I want to bring to the table that were not in the original Glitch Tale, hence why Frankenstein's there. Not Frankenstein, the character, the book, and its thematic elements. I should. Oh God, never mind. I take it back again. Streaming is hard. Um. Uh. Yeah. Yeah. Again, I'm not gonna go too into it, but like, I hope so. I hope you guys feel like Azrael is more useful. That's my hope. Salty forgot to read the rest, but could you imagine any famous VAs joining the cast? Um, they're like, VA from Gabriel, you know. Yeah, but I think get like people like so. I mean, we already have like a famous VA, I guess. I don't know if Adox would consider herself famous, but she's known, right? She has worked on a lot of creative projects. Um, the thing with people like Yane though is that um I'd imagine there'd be like a contract where I'd have to pay them, which as of right now we're not making nearly enough money for me to be paying an entire staff. So I don't know if that would be in the cards. It'd be cool, but I'm very happy right now with the team that I have acquired. The nine voice actors we have right now, I am pretty convinced could take on any role I send their way. I feel like I have a wide range of fellows, and I'm happy with my fellows. Uh, cool. Yeah, this is Adobe Animate. Um, which, if you're unfamiliar, is considered the worst one, but I use it because I'm dumb. I'm actually kind of glad we're doing this show today because like I can kind of not focus super hard, and I don't have so that way I'm not. Yeah, I have my coffee sitting here. I should take a sip of this. Yum. Mm, that's good coffee. Yeah, yeah. What's my favorite snack? Oh God, God, you shouldn't have asked me that. I'm such a fat chud. There's so many snacks that I like. I guess it depends on the time of day. But I really like the powdered donuts. They have like the hostess powdered donuts. You can get at like the gas station and stuff. Those are really delicious. And I'm really hoping my roommate does not see this part of stream because he will call me fat for saying that, which is fine. I'm not mad about that. It's a very jokey relationship me and him have. But he will call me fat. Thank you, Draco. I appreciate it. Uh, Ray and Ryan. I'm not sorry. I'm not sure which one's how it's pronounced. Um, we're probably not going to be bringing on any more creative stuff for a while. I appreciate everyone who says I'd like to help, but like I'm very, I guess I don't know what the right word is. I enjoy have like doing most of the work myself. I guess is what I'd say. Not to downplay the work the rest of the creative team does. They help tremendously, but I guess I enjoy that like sense of like doing things. I animated almost all of episode one again. Jay helped out with some smaller stuff with the shading and also some small animation details. They touched some of my animation up, which is I'm very thankful for. Um, but generally speaking, I try, I guess, just to keep the team small. What is my oh my god, what food do you dislike the most that you have tried? Oh god, I don't know. There's a lot of food I don't like. The thing is, if there's food that I don't like, or that God, I guess I'm such a picky eater. I'm not even gonna lie. Jay, I'm not. Obviously, it's none of my business to talk about this on stream. I will say that me and Jay have been talking. Jay's fine. Um, Jay's a trooper, but that's all I'm gonna say. I don't want to just be talking about Jay all stream and be embarrassing him. Anyways, the food that I dislike the most, or what I was gonna say is I'm a kind of a picky eater, so there's a food that I don't like. I just won't. I don't try it, which is I know makes me a complete and utter baby, but that's just my truth. God, what's a food I don't like? Um, God, you hate dill the most? You hate dill pickles? That's fair. Um, I like pickles. I just don't. I wouldn't eat a. I like pickles on food. I don't like pickles by themselves. I wouldn't say I dislike pickles though. I wouldn't like feel grossed out if I ate pickles. Um, God, what food do I dislike? I never think about that. Hmm. Aleve, you have put me in a bit of a stumper here. Where I gotta think of the food that I dislike. Huh. See, cause like I was gonna say Mexican food. I'm not huge on Mexican food. I like Americanized Mexican food, but like I'm not big on classic Mexican food. I don't even know. Like traditional Mexican tacos, I'm not huge on. And I know that makes me a again, complete chud. Complete chud. I'm not gonna deny it, but that's my truth. I'm not huge on like classic Mexican food. Maybe I'll have to retry it though, because I've not had it in a couple of years. The last time I went to a Mexican restaurant was like, I guess like half a year ago now. And even when I went there, I got a walking taco. Do you guys know what a walking taco is? I think that's kind of a Midwest thing. I think. But they are very good. Is that a thing people know? You don't know what a walking taco is? Okay, one sec. Um, Tacos walk when they rot? Okay, a walking taco is um you take let me explain what a walking taco is. You oh my god. You take a mini bag of chips, typically nacho Doritos. You put all of the ingredients of a taco in there, and then you crunch it up and then you eat it with a fork. Let me see if I can pull up the picture actually. You guys want to see a picture of a walking taco? They're really good. Oh yeah, it's either nacho Doritos or Fritos. So let me quickly just pull the pic for this. I hope you guys are enjoying the animation stream, by the way, where we talk about walking tacos, and then I have to show you guys what a walking taco is. Uh, this here is a walking taco. As you can see, it's literally just that. It's all of the ingredients of a taco put into a chip bag, and then you crunch it up, and then you eat it with like a fork. You had that in high school, then have again. It's so good. Why does it look Patik? Patik, you are about to get like a 10 year timeout on this channel for saying you don't like walking tacos. I swear to God, maybe you're not a believer right now, but if you try it, you will be. They are so good. Because really, like a hard shell taco is not that different than chips. It's not. I swear to God, if you try a walking taco, you'll probably enjoy it. If you like tacos. And I like tacos. American tacos, because I'm a chud. But anyways, let's get back to the animation stream and stop talking about tacos. What are we doing? Yeah, oh yeah, we're animating. I love doing these streams. I love when these streams just become complete disaster pieces. It's such a good thing. No, I mean, it probably tastes good, just the idea of putting it in a chips like. Okay, I get that's fair. I get that. But I swear to God, if you're not a believer now, you will be when you try. Um, it's kind of like a Midwestern festival kind of food. Like you would get them at like in Wisconsin we celebrate Oktoberfest because we have a lot of German heritage in Wisconsin. Hence why we have cities like New Berlin, Germantown. That's all I can think of right now. So if you go to Oktoberfest, you can almost always get a walking taco, and they're very, very good. Is there anywhere where you can buy one? You don't really buy one. You kind of just typically. I mean, again, if you go to a festival, you might be able to find one, but otherwise, just get a bag of chips. Typically, you want Fritos. You want Fritos or you want Doritos, nacho Doritos. And then you put taco meat in there. Put everything else, everything you would usually put on a taco, your taco. If you want lettuce, you want salsa, whatever you want, just get it. Put it in that bag, crunch it up a little bit, and there's your walking taco. And then you eat it with a fork. The whole point of that story was I had a walking taco at a Mexican restaurant a couple months ago. That was the entire reason we're having this chat. And it was very good. I also had at that restaurant because again, I only eat American food because I'm a loser. I had like like a cheeseburger that was turned into a taco. They are easy to make. They are. Again, delicious like festival food. What fruit seems like it would taste the best with salt on it? Okay, I feel like you're asking this because we already know apples. Apples, apples, apples. I've already talked about this on stream. I don't know if you were here for that. The answer is apples. You peel the skin off an apple. My grandma used to do this for me when I was a kid, and I still do it because it's delicious. Um, you peel the skin off of an apple using an apple peeler, or a potato peeler, that works too. And then you salt it, and then the sweet of the apple and the salt of the salt makes it like the most delicious thing you've ever had. People tell me they're non-believers all the time, and I'm tired of the non-believers. So I'm gonna convert you guys to salted apple believers before the day is done. The salt of the salt. Critique, you need to leave me alone, alright? You're bullying me, and I have a bigger platform than you. So I'm gonna get you blacklisted, buddy. I'm gonna get you blacklisted. I can't actually blacklist Critique because Critique's really, really clever guy. Very smart. We love cyberbullying! We love cyberbullying! Alright, chat, I gotta find out which you guys are some real gamers. What is your favorite video game? I'm gonna... And for the record, if you answer me, I'm going to say based or unbased. And you saying what your favorite game is you taking that risk of me saying unbased. Undertale and Dandies. I am familiar with the Undertale, and I am familiar with the Dandies World. I do not play Dandies World though. I don't have Roblox. I haven't played Roblox since I was like 14, I think, and I'm 21 now. If that gives you an idea. Soon to be 22. I turn 22 in a month. I like Splatoon 3. I have not played Splatoon 3, but I did enjoy Splatoon 2. I don't know what to take. I never took you as a Splatoon gamer. I feel like I should have actually. I don't know why I didn't. So you can call me old all you want, but I'm a veteran of the Undertale community, dude. I was there in the original fandom days when it was terrible. The original Undertale fandom was really cool, but it was also pretty bad. People who were there will tell you probably more or less the same. Dude, I remember that. I used to listen to like every. There was like a million AU Sans versions of Megalovania, and I probably listened to all of them. I loved that stuff. Yeah, Tokyo Mania with this week last week. Are those separate ones or the same one? I know Tokyo Vania by Sherix. Is that the name? Sherix? I like that one. What do you guys think about spaghetti on pizza? I've never had it, but I like macaroni pizza. Macaroni and cheese pizza is pretty freaking good. What is Megalocar? I actually, I feel like I'm so old that I'm starting to forget some of this stuff. What is Megalocar? I don't remember what it is. Everyone's about to say fake fan in the comments, dude. Wait, was that the theory that Megalovania was actually Kara's theme? Was that it? Also, for the record, for Retold, we're okay. Okay, that makes sense. I do actually remember that one. Um, I will say I'm gonna continue to call Kara Kara. 'Cause that's what I called Kara as a kid. Um, and we're gonna for Retold call them Kara. Because that probably is the correct pronunciation, but I don't care. I'm too far gone calling them Kara. Because I think it sounds cooler. I am quite a big Undertale fan. Yo, and you're gonna enjoy what we're doing here because we do a lot of Undertale stuff. Uh, believe it or not, the Glitch Tail guy does Undertale stuff. Yeah, I have a Undertale tattoo. I think we've talked about this. It's a big one. It's like my entire arm. What do you think of turtle soup with salt? I don't know what that is. But isn't turtle soup like a joke? It's like a joke about it. I gotta drink my freaking coffee before it gets cold. No, I think you said faster. I'm so bad. My bad. I don't read that well. Let me quickly just drink the coffee. It's good coffee. Coffee's done. That's good stuff. I probably should put it in like my mug that keeps it warm for longer when I'm streaming. Otherwise, I'll keep forgetting about it. Excuse me. How long have you been an Undertale fan for? Since 2017. That was when I got into it. And I mostly got into it because of like Undertale comic dubs. And then I got really big into Undertale Amino and doing Undertale roleplays on Undertale Amino. Which is not something I do anymore. I feel like I'm too old for it. Not to imply that if you're role playing at this age, it's wrong, but like I feel as a person, I feel old. Like I feel like I'm the old blood now. I'm just watching everyone else have fun while I'm sitting in my rocking chair. It's like kind of Undertale feeling that. Like Undertale fan comic TV, dude. I probably watched all of them. I watched the good, the bad, and the ugly. The ugly, by the way, was Undertale, Sans Comic TV. I don't know if you guys remember Sans Comic TV. I don't think they're around anymore. But some of that stuff that they put on that channel was pretty not okay to be putting on YouTube. I feel like that was like one of the earliest cases of like of the comic dub. Because I feel like that's kind of like an issue now a lot. You guys know what I'm talking about? Where like there's kind of an issue on YouTube where people will upload comic dubs and it's kind of like it's kind of dirty content that probably wouldn't go on YouTube, but because it's labeled as a comic dub and YouTube can't detect it, and it looks like just a piece of media, they don't do anything about it. That's why some of those Undertale comics that were really weird got circulated for a long time. Um, and Sans Comic TV was kind of a huge and I'm not worried about saying this because I believe it to be the truth. A huge circulator of that. There was a lot. If you go back and watch some of their old videos, you shouldn't. You will 100% find some comics where it's like embarrassingly weird. Yeah, we don't. We probably should at some point. I feel like we do need to. I don't know. This is probably like kind of a too heavy of a subject I'm talking about while I'm kind of not focused, but like there is, I think, definitely a discussion that needs to be happen with like the early days of the Undertale community, how it's had like if it's had any lasting effects on the community. But I'm not going to be the one to have that conversation, so I'm not smart enough. That is just my opinion, though. Yeah, let's switch the topic. Let's talk about something more fun. Also, Fatigue, I think you missed it. We have a new rule. Similar to the server, if you wanted me to switch the topic, you throw rocks, and that's my sign to switch the topic. Question, what do I think about fun? Will Vet first become canon to Retold now? Um, for the record, I think Betty Isk or Bet Fisk is very cute. I'm kind of a fan. I like the stuff Sonata does with that, with Betty Isk and Norisk. If you guys are familiar with Sonata's work, you should be. Sonata's work is incredible. Um, but for Retold, I'm gonna hit you with a big ol' no. Because I don't know. I like it. I think it's cute. People have drawn Betty S. Retold art, and I think it's cute. But like, I don't want that in my narrative. I guess I think it would distract from the narrative. But for non-canon stuff, I think it's pretty epic. Right? This is like a pretty popular like ship actually, especially like now that like I think with Sonata around, it's kind of gotten even more traction because Sonata's a huge shipper of it, and she's a is it did she use she her pronouns? Um, I don't know. I believe so. So I'm gonna if I'm wrong, correct me. But um, what was I saying? I think yeah, she's kind of brought a new age where it's like become very popular. Um, and that's pretty epic. Same with those other ships like Betty and Cam on Twitter is becoming pretty popular because of God, what is the artist's name? They're in the server. I don't know what their artist name is. They use a different name on Twitter than on Discord. But there's an artist who does like Cam Betty ship art. I think it's pretty cute as well. Is it Haunt? Is it Haunt East? Haunt Ice? I don't know how to pronounce it. I know what their Discord name is. I know they use a different name on Twitter, so I didn't know what they go by. But yeah, it is Haunt East on Discord. Another issue with streaming that like streaming by myself is I have to talk more, and when I talk too much, my jaw starts locking up and it hurts. Oh god, sorry, I'm trying to crack my jaw. That's better. Sorry, I'm locked in right now. Have you played both Routes and Deltarune? No, no, I've only done Pacifist question mark so far. Uh I don't know, I might do Weird Route whenever the game's finished, and I don't know, I think I'll wait until the whole game's out to do Weird Route. I think it'd be more enjoyable if I did one experience. I don't know. Maybe I'll change my mind. Why if my fucking jaw so locked in? This shit hurts. Ow. For those asking for the link to the Discord server, we're not giving it out right now because we're kind of understaffed and we're trying to keep the new entries at a minimum until we get some more staff. Sorry, eventually I'll make it public again. I just don't want to right now. It's out on the internet. If you go looking for it, you might be able to find it. That's all I'm gonna say. It's out there somewhere, but I'm not gonna give it out. If you find it though and you join the server, that's fine. Is there a fan Discord server? Not that I'm aware of. See, it's moments like this on stream where I'm realizing how much Skylar than you do. Because there's so much dead air and I feel bad. Usually at this point of the stream, I'd be yelling, dead air, dead air, dead air, dead air. Like for fan artists to shut. Again, I don't think so. If there is, that's cool. I run a Discord server that's more for like the broader RE, like reinterpreting glitch tale community. Again, I'm not going to hand out the link right now, but we run that, and it's not for Retold, but we do some Retold stuff on there, but it's nothing important. Just kind of like small, like joking around with it. I will say that I archive any fan art. If you want to send fan art, though, just send it to me on Twitter. My Twitter handle is @saltypepperspice. It's spelled just like my YouTube name, with except it doesn't have a second E. In pepper, there's no second E. It's only the first E in pepper. You'll see it though, because I think I. If you want to know if it's me, it has a picture of a smug Quan Chi from Mortal Kombat on there. He's like, it's Quan Chi, but he's got a big, dumbass smile. And I think it's really funny. If you see that, that's me. I have like 300 followers. Actually, I think that is my Twitter link not in my picture. Let me check. Check if it's not. Yeah, it is. If you go on my channel, you can see my Twitter's links. Send all fan art to my Twitter. If you send it to me on Tumblr, I'm probably not going to see it right away. Because I don't use Tumblr that much anymore. I check it every once in a while, but that's about it. Who do you like the most out of the OGGT cast? Um, the actors or the characters? Because if you're saying the characters, I'm gonna say Betty because Betty is one of my favorite fictional characters of all time. If you mean actors, I'm gonna say Adox because I've worked with Adox and I haven't worked with anyone else. I'm also gonna say Project S&T though because well, one, she voiced Betty and Betty's my favorite, and also because she's shown support for the project and I'm very appreciative of that. You're a fan of this Tell Retold? Well, I appreciate that, Kitty Linux. I really appreciate you being a fan. Um, I'm really glad that you enjoyed it. I'm glad that all of you enjoyed it, actually. I mean, it really does mean the world to me how much support we've gotten on the series. Do you only animate with a mouse, or do you have a drawing tablet? I have a drawing tablet. I have a Huion Canvas Pro 16. It's pretty pricey, but it was really worth it. It's a very nice piece of equipment. God, my fucking jaw's all locked up. I'm sorry, Chet. Where the retail version will go. Well, I hope you like it. You've never animated before. It's fun. Sometimes it's really hard, but it's fun. I like animating a lot. Hence why I went to college for it. We need more episodes, please. Well, Kitty, you're looking at it. This is the episode, technically. You're looking at a piece of the episode. You're looking at a little piece of the puzzle rip. Episode 2 will come out, I don't know when. We're still on scene 1, and we're probably going to be on scene 1 for a while. And progress right now is pretty slow because I'm finishing up college. Um, but after that, hopefully we can just go to the races with it. Hit the ground running, if you will. Um, and I really hope you guys enjoy episode two. The cast, our cast and crew really enjoyed what we've done for episode two so far, which is mostly just the voice work. We did the voice work already, and we had such an incredible table read. I mean, I think me and Skylar have talked about it in the past on stream, but Skylar was really excited for episode two specifically. Uh, and I think that's pretty epic. I'm very excited to let you guys. I hope we get to see this series all the way through. Um, make new episode now again. Yeah, but I'm not. I don't know. I don't want to like be dissing people on stream, but I'm not gonna complain about people asking about new episodes. I get it. I get people like. I get. How do I word this? I don't want to complain about support, right? Like, obviously, I get that it can be annoying, but like, the alternative is I have nothing, I guess, and I'd rather be annoyed than not have anything. So when people say new episode now, I'm gonna say, yeah, except it won't be out then. Oh boy. Since we watched episode one of the third tour, and it reminds me of Zootopia 2016 and Zootopia 2. Now available on Disney Plus. Are you working for Disney? Are you here to promote Disney products to me? It's not gonna work. I'm not getting Disney Plus. I don't think the service is worth it, and I don't use streaming services really. I actually do not like streaming services. Um, I did like the original Zootopia movie. I have not seen Zootopia 2 yet, though. When episode 2 comes out, people are gonna compare the time to point when mentioning the shows. Maybe. I wouldn't use that as a metric. Um, episode 2 is gonna take longer than episode 1, I think. Depends. I don't know. It's really gonna depend. Again, I don't know how the progress is gonna go until it happens at this point, because I don't know what the post college life looks like for me yet. I'm still figuring that out. We have some plans in the works though, to see if I can spend more time on Retold. So, um, be on standby. Do you pirate or what is this? Do you pirate or just don't want to watch it? If there's a movie I want to watch, I'll just buy the movie on something like Movies Anywhere. I'd rather just own the movie and be able to watch it whenever I want, and then pay for a streaming software where I have to pay for it every 10 months, or else I can't watch my favorite movie. I would just rather own the movie than pay for a subscription to watch it. Obviously, no judgment to piracy. I think piracy is pretty based, but I don't typically engage in it. It is good to get breaks every once in a while. Yeah, I guess. We took a break after episode one. For like a month, I didn't work on Retold at all. That's a lie, actually. I did the Q&A video. I never take any breaks because I'm a stubborn bastard. Get with that. That's a joke. I do have to take breaks every once in a while. Um, every couple of weeks, every like couple of months, I have to take like 3 days off drawing because I start breaking my wrist from drawing too much because I can't draw from the shoulder well. I should get better at drawing from the shoulder. It's very helpful. I'm drawing from the shoulder right now, actually, which is nice. But then my shoulder gets tired. Sometimes my shoulder just strains more than my wrist. Nero. It's animated at 12. Um, and it will be. for the time being, I might switch to 24. Again, if it gets to the point where I can live off working on free told, I'll switch to 24 because then I have the time and the money, all that to work on a better product. But it would take, I guess, technically twice as much effort to animate at 24. So we're animating at 12 right now. Episode 1 was animated at 12, but it was rendered out at a 28 frame rate at 24. We rendered it at 24 so that way the camera looks smoother for scenes where the camera moves. Which was actually Jay's idea, because Jay is a much smarter cookie than me. Can we get some clapping for Jay in the chat, actually? Jay, that's my fucking boy right there. I fucking love that guy. Jay's like my best friend ever. Takes ages to animate in 24. I have animated in 24 before. There's actually something on my website that I did earlier this year that was animated 24. It went terribly. It was some practice with more complex motion, and it went terribly. But yeah, it looks super nice just because it's animated at 12. I like seeing animation at 24, but it just takes ages and ages. Do you have any character design tips? See, I don't know how useful my design tips would be. Because the way I do character design is I try and think of what this character represents to me, like what their personality is, if they have like a narrative relevance and all of that. And then I start looking for other examples of that in media I participate in. Um, for example, Sleeper, Retold Betty, um, I wanted to be this very like when she's a person, I wanted to be this very caring person who might have a darker secret. So I took inspiration from Carrie, uh, from the '76 movie. Um, yeah, I would say generally speaking, look for designs that speak to you and take the pieces that you find fascinating, but don't stay so close to the original script that it's plagiarism. It's a hard gamble, but that's how I do character design. Hello, Scribble Man. That's good, Scribble Man. Scribbler, if you will. You consume a lot of animated media. Not as much as I should. I actually, I don't like go out of my way to watch animated stuff, I guess. Um, like which is weird because I love watching animated stuff. My favorite comfort videos are like Team Fortress 2 SFMs. Like I'll watch the Meet the Team videos like once a month and I can quote them like word for word. Um but like I don't go out of my way to like see animated stuff at the theaters. The last animated movie I think I saw in theaters was The Wild Robot, which was very good. But I guess yeah, I don't go out of my way to watch animated stuff. I go out of my way to watch horror though. I love horror. You give me a horror movie, I can probably give you my opinion on it. Probably. I will say I've seen some good animated stuff. My buddy, my friend and fellow YouTuber, Stuvers, um, took me to see two movies. He took me to see an animated movie called Mind Game. He took me to see an animated movie called Tokyo Godfathers. And I enjoyed both of those. Cannoli Slug, I'm really sorry to say this, but I have not seen the Amazing Digital Circus. Skylar keeps trying to get me to watch it, and I keep saying maybe later. I'm planning on watching it before the ending premieres. Uh, yeah. So hopefully I'll have an opinion on it within like a week or two. Oh, bye, Ryan. Have a nice day now. This point, I think it's. I think I'd rather like. I think I'd like to like see the premiere of the finale when it comes out, though. I think I'll binge it like a week before the finale comes out, so that way I'm ready for the finale. I don't think I'll see it in theaters though, because I don't know if it'll be coming to my local theater. About the influence of food knowledge into my work. I guess how do you mean? Like, yeah, I guess how do you mean? Because there's a lot of ways you can implement 3D. You can like to make 2D backgrounds, you can make 3D images and like Maya and stuff and just trace that, which is I do something similar. I've talked about it before, but I guess what do you have in mind for implementing 3D? So I have experience using 3D. I took a class on it, and I do enjoy working in 3D, but it's not something I like. What's the word? I don't practice it. I practice 2D animation, but I guess how would you? What kind of 3D elements would you consider? Mostly for background and stuff. Yeah. Eventually, again, so if you've seen the the director's commentary stream we did, that was a couple weeks ago now. I talked about that I actually do something kind of like that. A lot of people do it in Maya, Maya being a 3D modeling program, if you're not familiar. And I have experience in Maya, but I don't do it in Maya. I actually make all my backgrounds in Minecraft. All of my backgrounds, just like the buildings and figuring out to keep the dimensions the same, I have like squares in Minecraft I built. And then whenever I need a new background, I go in, I take a picture of it, and then I draw over that picture. Yes. Eventually I'd like to switch over to using Maya, but I don't have Maya right now. It's expensive. So eventually we'll probably switch to making all the backgrounds in Maya. But I am a big fan of when animators do that. I think it's a very clever way if you struggle with perspective and stuff. Because generally speaking, even animating backgrounds without reference is very, very hard. And it's not something I'm particularly good at. So eventually, yeah, I think it'd be very beneficial if I could make models in Maya for all my backgrounds. But for now, Minecraft will do. Maybe one day I'll post to Twitter actually and show off all of the Minecraft builds that I use for backgrounds. Alright. Alright, chat. So the basic motion of this one is done. I'll show it to you guys quick. Here. So Jessica is looking at her phone. She looks to the left a bit, she looks to the right, she's scrolling through her gallery. Then she sees a picture that seems to change her tone. And that's where we're at right now. So I'm actually going to end stream here. I know that's a bit of a shorter stream today, but it's a shorter shot, and also I've got to get some work done for my senior thesis. I actually have to make a poster and have that submitted by 2 days. And I don't have an idea for it yet. So I'm going to leave it there today, chat. But I really appreciate you guys coming out. I had a great stream. Hopefully we'll have our stream buddies back next time. But I appreciate you coming out. I hope you guys have an amazing day. Bye bye!